Virginia Tech, and that means it's time for Enter Sandman. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis with another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Let's take a step back and enjoy Enter Sandman. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Webb. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll try the run. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Finds a tight end, and they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Fires to the big fella. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Using his feet, striving for the goal line, loose football, into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh! For a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Webb. Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Quick handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Might as well stick with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw for it. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job
bringing it back. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to pass, it's Webb. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with his third possession. The sure hands, it's Clark. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Snagged in the middle, it's Bennett. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Stewart. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Nolan. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Bennett. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Catch in the middle, it's Powell. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Webb. Finds his man. It's Courtney. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He wants to go deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Huge play there into plus territory. territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Scanning the field, it's Overton. Fires to the tight end. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Bennett. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
To the air, it's going. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drop. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to break.
Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He'll try to tack on one more.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina offense is back on the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. On the run, it's Stewart. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How nice is it as a defense that you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the new quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed over the middle, it's Powell. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to... tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands, and you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, it's Nolan. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Gets the back moving. From the gun, running back on the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time, they'll crank it up from inside the red zone.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And the Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll give it to the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Webb. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
Then he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hokies. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Gonna let it fly. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent... Two.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. To the air, it's Nolan. Release to the back. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stewart. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback
going for the big play. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Makes the catch. It's Stewart. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Wants to fire on second down. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take it.
Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 25. Ball is loose. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Makes the grab. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And the ball slipped out. Bounced right back to them.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He wants to throw it again. He wants it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
South Carolina, 24.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quick completion to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Got his man quickly. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Finding an escape route. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Powell.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Got a man. It's Smith. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They try to pop a run on the draw. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. Going for the block is great and all, but you have to stay on your path and avoid the kicker. The roughing the kicker penalty really sets up this offense. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
2nd down coming up.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. And it's good! The game winner! Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.